For 1,000 years, the galaxy mocked Earth. When humans first reached the stars, they were weak compared to the great civilizations that already ruled the skies. Their ships were slow, their weapons outdated, their colonies fragile. They had no great empires, no legendary warriors, no feared technology. To the galaxy, Earth was a joke, a child trying to play in a war zone. The Council of Worlds allowed Earth to join only because it amused them. The mighty reptilians laughed at their small fleets. The insectoid hives called them fragile meat. The machine species calculated that humanity would collapse within a century. Even the smallest empires found ways to insult them. Humans endured. For centuries they were pushed aside, humiliated, exploited. Other species taxed them unfairly, stole their trade routes and raided their colonies. But Earth never broke. The galaxy told jokes about them. Weak, clumsy, emotional humans, easy prey. But behind closed doors, the humans worked, they studied, they learned, they remembered. Because buried deep in humanity's history was something the galaxy had forgotten: fear. Once, long ago, the galaxy had feared Earth. 1,000 years before the mocking began, humans had nearly destroyed themselves with fire and steel. They had built weapons that could burn worlds, machines that could think, armies that could drown continents. For a time, the galaxy had watched them with caution. But when humanity fell into peace, when the great wars ended, the galaxy thought they had grown soft. The galaxy was wrong. It began quietly. A small human fleet, attacked by pirates, responded with brutal precision. Instead of retreating, they boarded the pirate ships, fighting hand to hand until none remained. The Council dismissed it as luck. Then, in a border war between two empires, human mercenaries fought on both sides. When the dust settled, both empires had lost, and the humans stood stronger. Again the galaxy laughed, calling them reckless, calling them suicidal. But the whispers spread. 1,000 years of insults had taught humans patience. They did not rush to prove themselves. They let the galaxy laugh. They let the galaxy believe they were weak. All the while, the humans built fleets in hidden shipyards, trained soldiers in silence, and prepared weapons the galaxy had never seen. And then came the day that changed everything. The Zorath Empire, the most feared power of the age, decided to erase Earth. They had no reason beyond pride. To them, destroying humanity was a warning to all other lesser races. They gathered their armada, 10,000 warships, each larger than a human city. The galaxy watched, amused, certain this would be the end of the joke. But when the Zorath Armada entered the Sol system, they found something waiting. Earth's fleets were not small anymore. Thousands of human warships rose from behind the shadow of Jupiter, Saturn, and the asteroid belt. Sleek, dark vessels armed with weapons no one had ever seen. The Zorath laughed again, certain their size would crush the humans. The battle began. At first, it looked like the Zorath were winning. Their weapons tore through human ships, shattering hulls, burning metal. But then something strange happened. For every human ship that fell, 2 more appeared from hiding. The asteroid belt itself seemed alive as hidden bases launched missiles and drones in endless waves. The Zorath Armada pushed forward, only to find the humans pulling them deeper into the system. Mars's moons cracked open to reveal cannons the size of mountains. Swarms of human fighters screamed through the void, faster and deadlier than anything the galaxy had seen. And then Earth itself awakened. From orbit, the Zorath saw the planet's surface split open as colossal railguns buried for centuries rose from hidden silos. The first shot shattered a Zorath dreadnought in a single blow. The second pierced through 2 cruisers. The galaxy gasped, but the humans were only beginning. They unleashed weapons the galaxy thought impossible. Invisible drones slipped through shields and tore ships apart from the inside. Artificial intelligences controlled fleets with terrifying coordination, predicting enemy movements before they happened. And when the Zorath tried to retreat, they found their path blocked because the humans had not just defended Earth, they had built fleets in nearby star systems, waiting like hunters. In 3 days, the Zorath armada was gone. 10,000 warships reduced to drifting wreckage. Only a handful escaped, broken and terrified. The galaxy was silent. For 1,000 years they had laughed at Earth. Now they remembered. Humans were not weak. Humans were not prey. Humans were the species that had turned war into an art, survival into instinct. They had patience like stone and fury like fire. The Council of Worlds called for a meeting, desperate to understand. Representatives of every great species gathered in their shining hall, and when the human ambassador entered, the room fell silent. He was not armored. He carried no weapon. He was an old man in a simple suit, but when he spoke, his voice shook the chamber. For 1,000 years, you mocked us. You took our ships, our colonies, our pride. And we let you, not because we were weak, but because we were waiting. You forgot what we are. You forgot why you once feared us. Let me remind you. He raised his hand, and the room's hollow screens lit up. Images of the Zorath armada's destruction filled the air. Wreckage spinning in silence. Cities on Zorath worlds burning. Entire fleets gone. Humans are patient. We endure insults. We endure pain. We endure until the time is right. And when that time comes, we do not just fight. We end wars. We end empires. We end threats. The chamber was silent. No one mocked. No one laughed. From that day forward, the galaxy treated humanity with the respect of fear. Trade changed, alliances shifted. Even the oldest empires thought twice before raising a hand against Earth. And in the quiet corners of the galaxy, the whispers grew again. The humans have returned. The humans are awake. The humans are dangerous. And the galaxy remembered why they had feared Earth all along. Because humanity's greatest weapon was never ships or guns. It was the will to endure, to rise, to strike when no one expected. And in the endless night of the stars, nothing was more terrifying than a species that refused to die.